literal jeans on the Met Gala red carpet. This material, girl. Bad Bunny in Burberry giving us, I'm honestly not sure what he's giving us. I fear that they do love berries and cream. Hello everyone, my name is Katya, and today I thought I would do something a little bit different and review the 2022 Met Gala looks. Since you're watching this video, I'm gonna assume you know what the Met Gala is, but for those of you that don't, the Met Gala is a fundraising event that is hosted every year in New York by the Metropolitan Museum of Art, where all these celebrities show up in grandiose designer costumes in accordance to the theme. And the theme this year was In America, an anthology of fashion / Gilded Glamour, which is referring to the Gilded Age. The Gilded Age was a time period between the 1870s and 1900s, so if we're pulling some references on how people used to dress during this time, we can refer to HBO's The Gilded Age, Anna Karenina, and even Bridgerton to some extent. But before we get into the outfits, I do want to give a little bit of a disclaimer. I am by no means a fashion expert. I just like to look at these pretty clothes and say my opinions about them. None of the comments I make are meant to disparage the hundreds and thousands of hours of work that went into creating these garments, all the people involved in the process of dressing these celebrities. I simply just want to share what I thought about the Met Gala, and you are welcome to as well in the comments. I'm not going to be going through every single look just because there are so many. I'm kind of just gonna pick out the ones that stood out to me, but if you do want to see every single Met Gala look, I will link the resources I used in the description as well. Okay. I'm like embarrassed to give my opinion, but that's like what this whole video is about, so. We're starting off strong with Blake Lively, who wore this beautiful copper Versace gown. She kind of flipped the train and it turned out to be aqua underneath to kind of mimic the Statue of Liberty and the way that it oxidized. I love seeing these kinds of extravagant transformations mid-red carpet, kind of like what we saw from Lady Gaga in the 2019 camp theme. So the execution, but the actual dress, not a huge fan of. Next up, we have Pete Davidson and Kim Kardashian. So Kim is actually wearing Marilyn Monroe's Happy Birthday, Mr. President dress. I think it's the most expensive dress in the world or something. So in the studio photos they took of her, I thought the dress was beautiful. Like, I was like, my breath was taken away. But then when I actually saw her on the carpet, it felt like a little bit less exciting than a lot of the other looks on the red carpet. I just feel like it's very her, you know, Kim Kardashian in a nude bodycon dress with gems on it. Like, it really fits her aesthetic. And then Pete Davidson, I'm not a huge fan of when men on red carpets wear like the most basic black and white suit and tie. I feel like there is potential for so much more, especially when you're at the Met Gala. I really appreciate it when male celebrities go for something a little bit more extravagant, but I feel like at the same time, he maybe just wanted to give Kim her moment to shine, so that is kind of cute, I suppose. Then we have Bella Hadid in Burberry. Her look is actually pretty similar to Nicki Minaj's as well. I'm not sure what they were really going for though, because both of the looks have like this PVC faux leather material, which I don't think is very Gilded Age. I think maybe sometimes when the Met Gala is approaching, all these celebrities and stylists are very overwhelmed by how different and cool their looks have to be, so they end up choosing something that like goes completely outside of the theme and doesn't like fit into it at all. Although some of the elements like the draping and the corset and the lace, like those kind of fit into the theme, I feel like it would look better if it was in maybe like a nude color scheme. And then for Nicki Minaj's look, like she's literally wearing a baseball cap. Like, I thought baseball caps were not allowed on formal red carpets because my girl Kylie Jenner was also sporting one and she was wearing an entire wedding dress. I know the whole point is to be like over the top and whatnot, but I feel like this is just kind of a weird mixture of different types of clothing that don't really fit together. And I know that the internet definitely had their opinions about this one, and honestly I'm very much on the fence because the bottom half of the gown is like actually really beautiful and I love the kind of ruffling and detailing on it, but the top half of the look, I feel like completely cancels that out. Kendall Jenner in Prada. I honestly do not like this look at all. I do appreciate that the train is very long and extravagant. I know that is probably very expensive material, but it's just not giving for me. Kourtney Kardashian and Travis Barker. I think what they're trying to go for is like when you're making a dress, the pattern that you make the dress with kind of looks like what her skirt looks like, and then she's, I think, supposed to be like the mannequin underneath or something. Travis Barker, I like his suit. I like the cut of the sleeves. Them together, I feel like works really well, like visually, but then her dress on its own, I really don't like it. Khloe Kardashian wore Moschino. I honestly don't know how to feel about this look because I do love the dress. I actually really love like the beading and the color. I think the shape fits her really well. If she wasn't wearing the gloves, it would be kind of a simple like golden dress. So I get why they went for the gloves, but I do really like the dress way more than the gloves, honestly. Gigi Hadid in Versace. When I first saw her look, I saw it without the jacket and I was kind of underwhelmed because I was like, why is she just wearing that? You know, like that's not extravagant enough for the Met Gala. But with the jacket, it reminds me of Cardi B's camp look. It looks very like alien monster-esque, which is kind of what pulls me in. I think that's really cool. But at the same time, we see that like PVC leather material that I just really don't think fits within the theme. I think this would have been better fitted for the camp Met Gala. SZA pulled up in Vivienne Westwood, and although I like the shape and draping of the dress, like the hot pink moment, I feel like without the accessories, the look maybe would not have been as striking because, you know, the hat is so big and you have like the leather gloves and boots, but at the same time, I feel like those accessories take away from how much potential the dress has. But yeah, there is a lot of like PVC/leather, faux leather material on the red carpet this year, and I don't understand why, because I feel like that material is the most modern, like it's the furthest thing from the 1870s that I could possibly think of. But yeah, I guess it's just trendy right now. I think that's probably what it is. Jodie Turner-Smith in a Gucci gown, absolutely turning my head. Because you know what, I ran an algorithm to see if it could find any crumbs, and the result was no crumbs found because she ate that up. This gown, wow, like this material, girl, like the rhinestones all over the bodice, just one of my favorite looks from the gala for sure. Kid Cudi in Kenzo wearing the fairy godmother 5000 cape. I know that sounds like I don't like it, but I actually think it's like really cool. And it is pretty on theme. During the Gilded Age, men did tend to wear a lot of capes. I also really like the color. I love this shade of blue, especially in combination with a white top with these kinds of sleeves. Chloe Bailey wore an area gown. I honestly really don't like this one. I don't know, I feel like this dress would be gorgeous if it didn't have those two lumps on the side. The top half, even though it is like weird and misshapen and asymmetrical, I think it still looks good, but then the bump on the side with the slit makes me really uncomfortable for some reason. Then we have Normani in Christian Siriano. Even though it is a little bit more modern because of the cutouts and the caging, something about the poofy sleeves and like the shape of the skirt really fit into this kind of image I have in my head when I think of the Gilded Age. And also like the hat, I think is just very perfect for this. Karlie Kloss pulled up in Givenchy and she looks great. I actually really love this. I love the lace, I love the subtle like glitter, I like the shape of the dress. And we also have Vanessa Hudgens in a very similar black lingerie type look. Let's be honest, she ate this up. Like she served us, and then she sat right down at the table with us and she ate that up, and then she left no crumbs like at all. Like she looks amazing. I love the poof sheer sleeves and the like lace detail going on at the décolletage. The accessories and hair match perfectly with the look as well, and her train was so long and sheer. This look is very striking. Like when I first saw it, I was like, oh my gosh, like Miss Girl is serving. We also had Rosalia step out in Givenchy, and wow, honestly jaw-dropping. I love this dress. I'm not sure how I feel about the sunglasses. I feel like she could have done without those, but the corsetting and the kind of embroidery and the jewels, like I also really love the draping around the shoulders. I feel like that is just, it's so flattering on anyone, but especially with a dress that has this kind of shape. Billy Goat eyelashes in Gucci. Nailed the theme. Absolutely hit the hammer on the nail on the head. Hit the nail on the head. Hit the nail on the head. She hit the nail on the head. The like draping around the hips and waist I think fits perfectly into how the actual Gilded Age dresses used to look. She's got like black hair and the black choker with like silver on it, and then the dress like very pastel, dainty and feminine and whatever, which I guess is like part of her aesthetic. You know, she like mixes both, so I think that's kind of like what they were going for. But I would have liked to see more of like a dainty upper half. Still like really love this look. One of my favorites. I would put it in my top 10. Olivia Rodrigo stepped out in Versace, and wow. As someone who is a huge fan of the color purple, this is giving. I'm not sure how well it fits into the actual theme, but the dress itself, it's just breathtaking. I love this material. I also just really love the neckline of this dress. It's so flattering, kind of like Rosalia's. Honestly, Versace always has the best Met Gala looks. Almost every single Versace look I see, like not just at the Met Gala, but on red carpets, they just always give. Always. Cardi B in Versace, so good. This dress, it is like, it's just so beautiful and it fits her body so perfectly. I heard from others that this was kind of like a safe bet because it's just like a gold dress, which does make sense because there was a lot of gold dresses on the red carpet. But this one, I'm like at a loss for words. I love this look. This is one of my favorites, I think. Addison Rae got a lot of heat for what she wore to previous Met Gala and this year's Met Gala as well. The dress isn't necessarily like my favorite. I feel like it would look better if it was more of like a fit and flare silhouette. I don't think it was extravagant enough for this event. Emily Ratajkowski. Honestly, I really like the top. I feel like the top is iconic, but then the bottom half kind of kills it for me. I guess I don't like the variety of fabrics, especially because it's also in like rainbow colors and there's gold and like fringe and tulle and met. It's just like way too much for my taste. Bad Bunny in Burberry giving us I'm honestly not sure what he's giving us. It's a dress, I guess, but he's wearing pants underneath. I kind of am at a loss for words. The way that he's standing is really like off-putting in this picture. You know what? He looks like Miss Trunchbull from Matilda. That's kind of like the energy I'm receiving here. I want to like it. I really do. But I just don't. I don't know if I do. Simone Ashley in Moschino. She looks amazing. She's just absolutely gorgeous. I don't really think that this fits into the theme, but I do really like how everything is all black, so then the top like really stands out because I really do like the shape of the bodice. And Nicola Kogan, she's wearing a Richard Quinn gown. It's a little weird, the overall look, but it has that it factor that I think I'm looking for. I want to be like a little bit shocked, but also like, wow, like that looks cool, you know, which I feel like she's kind of nailing that. Alessandro Michele and Jared Leto in Gucci. I'm not sure how much I like the suit like on its own, but I do like that they were kind of wearing the same thing. Like I thought that was really striking. It kind of reminds me of that time Jared Leto went to the Met Gala and he was holding a copy of his own head or something. So this is kind of giving me that vibe. So I think it's really interesting. But again, like the actual suit, not a huge fan of that. Madeline Pesch, I don't know how to pronounce her name, but she's wearing this beautiful Moschino gown. I love this one. Again, like one of my favorites. This one is gorgeous. I really like the material. I like the color. I think the shape, it's giving me like Snow White energy. And like the necklace is like perfectly balanced, I think, with the rest of the look. It's taking my breath away. My breath has been taken away. Okay, Future in this boss suit. I like how it's different. I like that he's wearing shorts and like showing off the tats, but I'm not sure if I would categorize it as cohesive, which I think is like a common thing that happens at the Met Gala because they're trying to go for like shock factor and be overwhelming, so they end up using like lots of different crazy things that like don't necessarily mesh well together, which is what I think is going on here. Then we have Lizzo, which I honestly really like the robe that she's wearing, and she did like this whole number on a flute. I thought that was really cool, but the actual dress like underneath the robe is kind of underwhelming. I feel like it's very boxy and like modern, but her overall look, 10 out of 10. Tessa Thompson is in this beautiful pink ruffly dream. One of my favorite looks. Again, I know I said that about a lot of the looks, but this one, it takes the cake. I love how girly and feminine and princess-like it is. When I first heard of the theme of the Met Gala, I thought that the celebrities would dress in royal core, which if you don't know what that is, I do have a video explaining that in detail, so I will link it in the cards and in the description. This is kind of what I was picturing. I love how huge the train is. I feel like the matching boots are like a really cute modern twist. It's giving cotton candy and I want to buy it. Glenn Close and Valentino rocking that signature magenta shade. All the celebrities that they dressed on the red carpet, or most of them, were wearing this shade of pink. And I think that's just to differentiate Valentino from the rest of the designers on the carpet. Because of that, I feel like they would need to lean in more on the silhouettes being accurate to the theme, which I don't think they did. Like, I think they just put her in something that fits her and looks good on her and is like extravagant, but again, like not sure that it fits into the theme. I know I'm like a broken record, I keep repeating that, but that is like something that I feel like is really important to us, the viewers of the Met Gala, to like see the theme as we imagined it. And when celebrities like pull through and show us that, it's really exciting because we're like, yeah, like this is exactly like what I pictured in my head. I'm not getting that kind of validation from this look, so that's why it's not one of my favorites. Taylor Hill in Dolce & Gabbana. I honestly feel like it's very much on theme. It looks very like royal court to me, especially because of the color and how big and extravagant the dress is, and like the ruffling, the matching boots. I feel like the boots really complete the look. Not David Lauren wearing literal jeans on the Met Gala red carpet. And they're not even like, they're ripped jeans, sir. And like the top half of his outfit is a suit. Like, this one just makes me angry. We're gonna move on. Sabrina Carpenter in Paco Rabanne. It's pretty simple, you know, there's not a whole lot going on, but I think that's what I like about it. I really love her style in general. Megan Thee Stallion in Moschino. This is exactly what I was expecting, and she looks amazing. She looks amazing all the time. I really like the cape with the feathers. We stand. Lenny Kravitz is giving us another sheer lace moment. He looks sick. The lace, like the lace cape, it's giving. He's got the leather pants on, which I'm not like 100% into, but within the scope of the look, absolutely serving. Definitely like out of the men, he's taking the top spot right now. I'm probably pronouncing this wrong, but Hoyen Jung in Louis Vuitton, definitely not on theme. I think that was very well established by the internet when they first saw this look. It's giving me Y2K, and I think that's exactly the problem. Emma Stone in Louis Vuitton underwhelmed me. She could wear this to any red carpet. It looks more like flapper era than it does anything else to me. I just feel like she could have done so much more with this, you know, like a feather boa or like some kind of jewelry. Like, she's not even really wearing much jewelry. I think maybe some of the celebrities don't really want to wear extravagant trains and like big like feathery pieces because they have to like actually wear it and like walk the red carpet in it, and it's gonna be like really uncomfortable. So this seems like a very comfortable choice, but that's part of why I don't like it, because I want them to wear the most extravagant thing they can think of and for it to be uncomfortable, because that's the whole point of the night. Oh my god, my foot is falling asleep. Wake up, girl. We gotta review the Met Gala. Evan Mock in Head of State. This is perfect. This is exactly what I was picturing. I like how it's corseted, how it has the extravagant neckline and the sleeves. So beautiful. I feel like maybe the pants fall short of like what the top does, but I also really like the color of this look and the defined shoulders. I think that looks really sick. Sarah Jessica Parker in Christopher John Rogers. This is giving me Carrie Bradshaw. Like, this is exactly what Carrie Bradshaw would wear to the Met Gala. The material like really throws it off for me, because I feel like if it was just like one solid color, I would be in love with this look, but because it has gray and black and white and all these different shades, it's a little bit overwhelming. Frederick Robertson definitely made headlines with this look. It is giving Ex Machina, Matrix, super futuristic and like robotic alien energy. I think that's really cool, but say it with me, kids, it doesn't fit into the theme. And the last look I want to talk about is Autumn de Wilde. This is another like fairy godmother type energy, and I really like it. Like, I think it looks really cool. It's giving me like the Quaker Oats man. I think the pink and gold go very well together. I really like the bow. I think it looks sick. I like the cane. I saw someone on Twitter say that it looks like some of these celebrities really love berries and cream, and I fear that that might be true. I fear that they do love berries and cream. And on that note, I want to hear from you what you thought about these Met Gala looks, or any of the ones I missed. Feel free to leave them in the comments so we can discuss. If you are interested in Gilded Glamour and copying the Met Gala theme, or hopefully dressing like it with your own clothing, I have a video about how you may be able to do that, so make sure you watch that Royal Core style guide next. I hope this was entertaining for you. If it was, make sure to leave me a thumbs up, click that subscribe button and that notification bell so you don't miss any of my uploads. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you next time. Bye!